Welcome, everyone. My name is Dominique Barbie, and I'll be presenting for you tonight. I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I want you to have all the information so you can make a educated decision. By the time you get off this call, you are going to know exactly how to turn $100 into $23,200. Okay. A few things before we get started. If you think that I'm just some person who just high and mighty or anything, I'm one of the most humblest people you know. I became one of the first millionaires in my family, and I come from low, like harsh beginnings, y'all. Okay, very, very came up from nothing. I'll put it like that. And if I can do it, so can you. And once you see this, you might not be able to go to sleep. So what I first want to do is just share proof of this and tell you a little bit about the story. So in 1978, it was a gentleman who started to he showed this plan that I'm going to show you, and they were literally getting printing sheets of printing paper and doing $100 into 23,000. They were doing $50, or they were doing $50 into $6,000, and so forth and so forth. They were doing it on paper though; it wasn't automated, right? So when I was presented with this, and I saw them do that, I was like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna put thousands of people in. I can't do this. It's hard to do it on paper. So I tested it. All right. I tested it and I sent my $100 in. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to some people who I never met before, right? Or people who I don't really talk to like that, stuff like that. And lo and behold, I made $900 following the plan within 24 hours. Okay, and I showed it to one of my friends, and she used to be a part of a large Susu organization, and she made $900 in what was it, 24 hours. And then there was another person who we were just doing it on paper, just testing it out to make sure we wasn't crazy. They made their $6,300. So I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So I'm going to show you the proof of the test study group that we were with and what happened to them. Okay. So as you can see, this is a $700 payment. This is $2,400 that accumulated for this person. Somebody said the $1,200 payment. All right. And then I'm trying to put the name on it. And then this person had their $6,300 line going, and this was in a matter of a few days, y'all. And my testimony is I actually turned $100 into a huge income for myself, okay, and my family. Let me see if I can pull. Hopefully, let's see, inbox, right here. So this was a $25,000 week, okay, from $100 investment. So everything I'm going to show to you is real. There is a strategy to it, and you do not have to be a salesperson. You not got to sell your soul. You don't got to do none of that. All you got to do is follow the blueprint that I'm going to show you and get your money. So you're going to take $100. The way that it works is you're going to take can y'all see my screen? Oh no. Make sure y'all see my screen. Can y'all see the screen with the boxes and everything?
Yes.
Thank you. Great. So you're not going to have to do this on paper. Okay. This week coming up, you are going to receive a website, right, to track all your money. Because once we started getting to the 6,000 and stuff like that, we were like, oh my gosh, this is a lot to track. And I'm the type of person, I like to stack people. I like to help people. Everybody on this call, we're going to be helping put people under you. Like, you're in a high position. If you're on this call right now, you're at a very high position. And I know I'm going through my lines to make sure everybody is good. If I have extra people want to help you, as long as you can agree to this is all I ask. You're willing to get your 3 people, you're willing to try, or you're willing to pay it forward for 3 people, and we will get 3 qualified people for you, because everything starts with $100 and you referring 3 people. The way that you're going to refer your 3 is the same thing that happened to you will happen for you. Just like you were invited to this call, I'm doing calls every hour on the hour so that you can invite your guests. We're going to do this today, we're going to do it tomorrow, we're going to do this all throughout the week, all right, so that you can complete this. So once you first get started, you put in your $100. You're going to refer 3 people. You don't have to answer their questions. You can just bring them to the call. Always introduce your people to a leader so that they can work with your people as well, and we can show you our trade secrets. Okay. So you're going to have your 3 people come in, and they're going to pass up to your sponsor. Those 3 people are then going to get their 3, right? They're going to stay with you. Your 3 will stay with you, but they're going to pay your sponsor. Okay. The system will tell them who to pay, so you don't have to worry about that. right? If you want to make $900 with us before the website is done, you can do that. Just get your 3 people and then help them get 3. You'll have your $900, which is the first step. So 3 people come in with you, and then they're gonna get their 3, right? And 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. All those 100s on this line right here go to you. That's 9 payments of $100, which equals $900. Do you understand that part so far? Drop an 8. If you understand what I just said so far, drop an 8, and I will go to the next step to how you can complete the next step. So you can do this by tonight. You can do this by tomorrow. All right. We tell people try to do it in 24 to 72 hours. And we have a blueprint for you, a formula, a guaranteed formula script that if you do this script, if you follow this script, you will have your 3 people. And it only takes 5 minutes a day. And I've tested it on about 20 people. And they all got their 3. And they all, before I talked to them, they said, I never brought in anybody in my life. I never had success before until I started using the money script that you just gave me. So you're going to get a formula to basically do that. And you're going to be able to free yourself because you're going to be around the right people, right? And you're going to change your environment and change your life. So now we got to that $900. You're going to keep 200. You're not going to splurge yet, right? We're not partying yet. Well, we're partying, but we're not partying too hard. You got $200, right? You're going to pass up $700. And you're going to help your 3 people, this group right here. When this group of people, they're going to do the same thing you did. They're going to get their 3, and then those 3 are going to get 3. They're going to make their 900, and guess what? These people are going to upgrade to the $700 level, just like you just upgraded. You kept 200, passed up 700. Those same 9 people on this row, because your 3 are going to get their 900 and pass up their 700. And then their 3 are going to do the same thing. Everybody is just completing this, and now you have 9 payments of $700, which is $6,300. Do you understand what I just said? If me being broken on food stamps, I remember getting a letter from my mortgage and my rent, and they said I had to come up with $24,000. It was a little bit more, 24,400 or $973.31. I still remember that to this day. It was a part of the my mortgage that I didn't even know that I had, y'all. I had to come up with $24,000. And somebody approached me and they said, listen, you got $100? You want to make this money? And I completed 2 steps. I got my 3. I brought them on the Zoom. Actually, it wasn't even a Zoom. They didn't even have this picture, y'all. It was a conference call. And we all got together and we was like, okay, what you need to pay? What you need to pay? We were like, we about to pay this stuff because we don't have no choice. Some of you got a choice. Maybe you got a good job, but we didn't have no choice. I have to pay that. That's a real story. And so these 9 people are going to pay the same 9 people who paid you $100 are going to pay you $700. All you got to do is help them make their $900. If you can get 3 people, that means that you can show people how to get 3 people. And if you can do that, you can make $900. And when they do that, right, you're going to make 700 payments of 9 payments. These same 9 people going to stick with you. And they're going to pay that 700, that's 6,300. You're going to keep 3,000. Ooh, do you see how fast that is? That's only 2 steps. Even if it take you to next week, it don't matter. You put $3,000 in your pocket. Some people don't make that in a month, right? So you keep 3,000 and pass up 3,300 right here. So now we're right here. You're going to send, you see, says send times 9 and keep. Now, once you make that 6,300, which is 700 times 9, which is the 9 payments right here, same 9 people. You only tracking 3 people who get 3 people. That's all you're doing. Now you're going to get those 3,300 payments from this. When these people make their $6,300, you're going to make, listen to me, 9 payments of $3,300. The same thing. All we're doing is completing step 1, step 2, step 1, step 2, step 1, step 2. And now you made $3,300. Right? You passed up $3,300 and times 9, that's 29,700. You're going to keep 20,000. 20,000 plus 3,000 plus 200 is 23,200. And it all happens in 2-step formula. Now, once you make all that money right here, you're going to go into phase 2 and make $1 million by following these number plans. You can do this on Monday. For example, today is Monday. You follow this blueprint. All right. I'll give you a copy and paste blueprint that I gave to those. I'm talking about 20 people who told me that they never recruited nobody in their life. Literally, probably one person. Maybe they like their sister or their brother, they try to come online and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't care about none of that you're saying. It does not matter. It is an illusion because I know what you need to say, and I know what you need to do, and I know what you need to believe. And once you do those three things, you will have it. That's it. If you can believe in yourself, and you got intellect, right, and you can follow a system, we're gonna show you how to do it, and we're gonna work with you, right, on how to do that. So that's basically the formula. Does anybody have any questions? Does everybody understand how that works? Anybody have any questions? You literally just follow this step one, step two, step three. 100, 700, 300. The same 9 people gonna send you up 100 payments, right? These 9 people right here, this is your money line. You're gonna get a back office. The back office is gonna be $50 to track all this. Remember, I said we did an underground group with those. I don't want to call it. It was just they were just doing things. It's just a lot to track. A lot of people are not technical, and a lot of people are not good at managing and tracking. And it's people who are. But listen, I was almost at the 20,000 whatever for the next step. But at that point, I'm having to figure out people sheets of paper. I'm like, okay, what you do? What you got? What I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. So that's when we were approached by the pass up system, right? The pass up system where you just pay the $50 who allow you to use their site and allow you to have an AI, listen, an AI power up system that is a capture page when you sign up. Once the sites are done, you are so new that we're waiting on our sites this week. It's gonna happen today, tomorrow, the next day. Any day now, it's gonna happen. And what I'm gonna do is this. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do. Let me share my whiteboard, and then I'll leave it at that. Let me share my whiteboard. Where's my whiteboard? Where is it? Zoom change stuff. Documents? Is that a document? Oh, I think I might have found it. All right, so this is what you're gonna make 6 figures in circles with circles, y'all. 6 figures with circles. How do I do this? Then sign in. I don't know. Sticky note. Y'all see this? Is this my whiteboard, Sean?
Yeah. You can see it.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. This is my strategy that I'm gonna do. Okay, this is what I did when I hit 200,000 a month. I'm gonna do the same strategy with this because I realized this is the same structure. So what I did was I got my first top 3 people. My top 3 people. Listen to me. Please pay attention to this. Your top 3 people are some of the most important people that you're gonna have. These are the people that you're going to be working with closely, and you're gonna be making sure they got their 3, and so forth and so forth. Whoever is, for example, my top 3, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring in about 1,000 people plus personally. I said 5,000 when I was in that other company. I said I was gonna bring in 5,000, y'all, and I drove myself like a psychopath, but I had fun though. So I'm gonna do 1,000. I got a little older. I'm like 5 years old, so I'm like, you know what? I got kids. I'm balancing my life. You know what? But still, for me, with my skill set, I'm gonna have 1,000 people. I have access to a email list of over 100,000 people. I have over 20,000 followers on my Facebook page. I have a YouTube channel with thousands of followers on there. I have enough people to help people on this team. Okay, I put it like this. So my top 3 people are very trusted people, making sure that they're gonna send their money up. I'm gonna help them. They're gonna help themselves. It's gonna be people who got some type of intellect and willing to work with you. So I'm gonna mind you. Let's just say I start with my first 120 personals. I'm just giving an example. You do not have to do this. I'm just telling you what you. I'm just telling you what I'm gonna do. And if you're on this call, you're gonna be in my top lineage too. So you may benefit from this. So my first 3 people, I'm gonna put right here. And then I'm gonna see if they want to take their own top 3 positions. I'll allow. I'm just gonna say, hey, what you got? What you need? Maybe this person right here, maybe they got 2. Okay, I'm sticking another person over here so this person can get paid. And the same thing, they need 3. They need 3. They need 3. I got 120 people that I'm about to bring in personally. Probably this week or this. I don't even know. The numbers is about to be crazy because I'm blitzing right now. So as you can see, all these 120 people got to go somewhere, right? Well, I'm just going to try to fill in the holes where I can, all right? And just as long as what I'm gonna honestly do, I'm gonna give everybody that script and that blueprint, right? You send your 100. If you're ready to get started after this call, send whoever brought you in $100 to their Cash App, their Zelle, whatever. That locks you in. That's gonna lock you in. And then as we have extra people, we're just gonna fill in the holes. Which this person, because we fill in the holes and helping people with this, right? They might get their $900, et cetera, et cetera. But what I'm doing, you have to be willing to agree that you're going to try to at least follow the blueprint. You're going to commit, like I'm going to commit to you. You can commit to yourself, and that's why you got to be honest with yourself. And you're going to help yourself, right? Everybody is responsible for 3. I don't care if 2 people will put under you or 1. You still want to get 3 because once you start making that income proof, right? You're gonna be able to help your people under you. So you can do this for the next 90 days with me and make $1 million. Okay? $1 million plus. That chart said 1,127,300. I did this structure. I made over $2 million with this structure. That's why I don't mind doing these calls because I did it before. So we have another call that is going to be at 7 Central. Okay? We have another call coming that's going to be at 7 Central where everybody on here get back with the person who invited you, right? How do I stop sharing, Michelle? Sharing the screen will close the whiteboard. Screens. Okay, Zoom changed some stuff, y'all. So that's what I'm saying. I'm stacking people who are willing to help themselves. This is the time where if you need some money, you can save yourself and you got some help. Because usually 9 times out of 10, if you look to your left and you look to your right, many people don't have anybody to look to. Many people don't have anybody to ask to borrow money or to get money or whatever the case may be. Many people have to pick and choose what they get on Uber based on the price, right? I don't have to do that anymore because I decided not to do that anymore because I decided to get with the right people. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody have any questions? If you did lock in your spot, all right. I did timestamp that. Okay. I did timestamp. So if I brought you in and someone brought you in and you're a guest of someone, you want to message them and send in your $100, right? So that we can timestamp you because we're probably going to have at least 200 or 300 or so people in really, really quickly. It's going to happen really fast in the blink of an eye, y'all. I'm just telling you that right now. So if you want to lock in, it's going to be timestamped, right? If you feel like you can't get 3 people, guess what? Do you know if you have 3 good people under you who can get 3, you're going to be getting all those payments, 100, 900, 6,300. What's the other one? 29,000. It's going to happen fast. So if you want to, you can just go pay it forward for 3 people and we can help find 3 good people. They're going to get screened and everything to make sure that they're willing to do what they need to do. And these are people who may not have the money, but they got the work ethic, right? So you got to have, if you don't want to be broke anymore, you got to either have the work ethic or you got to have money to invest to do paid traffic or do stuff like that, right? You can't have no money and no work ethic. I'm just being honest. As being the first millionaire of my family, this is probably the most least amount of work for the biggest output that you could do. Like crazy. So, did you have a question?
Yeah, I got a question.
Sure, go ahead.
What happened if somebody in your, in your downline or in your system that you set up run off with the bag?
They will get kicked out of the system and then they could be replaced.
Right.
Yes, it's a good question. You'll be able to send in an email and let them know that they need to be kicked out of the system because if that person say for example, they make $900 and they just act crazy and they don't follow the steps, they about to miss out on $6,300. That's dumb. Right?
Right.
That just don't make any sense.
They could be kind of clever and run it up to 63 or run it up to a higher amount and then run off with the bag. That affects everybody else's bag, right?
Right. So what you're gonna do is this is the reason why you want to be working with your people closely, and we're gonna have it to where as you start making money, we can maybe have it to where every other payment you have that ready for to pass up. But honestly, that's why you really want to work with people who are honest and trustworthy and set that intention that you're going to attract, honest and trustworthy people and ask them too, like, are you, ask them a few qualifying questions. Like, are you serious? You want to really make some money? Do you want to do this with me? Are you going to do anything? We can't, we're not psychic. We can't help everything, but they will get kicked out of the system.
Okay. Thank you for answering that.
Yes. And they can be replaced. So, good question. Anybody else have a question? Anybody have guests? You want to say anything to your guests? Feel free. Like I said, we're gonna have a call, another call, y'all, at 7 Central. Again, so you can invite your guests to the call. You can invite your guests.
Dominique,
Yes, go ahead.
this is Taria.
Taria.
Hi. So is this automated?
It's gonna be a track when you say automated, what do you mean? Like can you see your website and stuff and can you see who go where?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The website for that is being finished this week. So
Okay.
it's a tracking website. So we can see who is under us, who we can see who we need to pay, who's above us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Good question. Anybody else have a question?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
What are the payment methods? Is it like Zelle, Cash App, your
Mhm.
banking account?
Yes, so like for the $100, the $700, and maybe the $3,300. So once we start getting to the higher levels, like the 3,300 and up, I highly recommend people to start. It's member to member, so you can choose how you want to get paid. You just have to be able to pay the person who is you're sending the money to, if that makes sense. But I recommend that people start, once you start making money, you start getting a crypto account, or you can send cash, overnight cash, put it like in a magazine or something like that, and do like one day shipping overnight.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen them having bank boxes. The people who were doing it back in the day, they had bank boxes of literally $24,000 payments coming in their mailbox and 100,000 plus coming in their mailbox. I was like, oh my gosh, we can do this, y'all. We can do this. We can do this. There is nothing too good for you. Never believe that there's anything too good for you. If anybody can do anything, you can do anything. Put it like that. Good question. Anybody else have a question?
I'm in all the way in.
You in? Who brought you in, Philip?
You?
Okay, hey now, come on now. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, I
Let's
got an
go.
invite from you. Yeah.
You did. Just
Yes,
message me after this so I can lock you in, okay?
I have already.
Okay, good, good. I can't see it up on the Zoom, but I'll check it. I'll check it.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions? Cece, you got anything you want to see? I see you,
Hi. Okay,
Cece.
so you said it's person to person. This is Pam from Bermuda.
Hi,
How
Pam.
Hi, Dominique. How do you confirm that you've been paid?
Oh, you mean like when
Yeah,
somebody sends you
person
the
to person.
payment?
So you invited me and I have to obviously send my money to you.
Yes, so yeah, you just
I
have
bring it.
to send, well, once we get off or whenever I get to talk to you, just I'll give you my Zelle information. You can send Bitcoin. I take Zelle, Bitcoin, Apple Pay. A lot of people on here take Zelle or Cash App or something. Like I don't have Cash App, but you just figure it out together. Like what you have, what do you have? Okay, let's figure it out. And then when you come into, you're gonna be able to put your contact information on the website. It's gonna say contact information. Everybody must put your contact information so that when somebody send you the money, they can text you, give them a good email, and text you and be like, "Hey, I just sent the money," so they can approve you immediately. Okay, that's important. Once the
So you have
system,
to be approved in your back office.
and then once you send it, you're gonna click a button. And it's gonna say payment details, and you just tell them to just type in how you paid, and then click submit. Then you can text that person or email that person, or they're gonna get an email too, but you can text them to speed it up. Say, hey, take this payment. But yeah, we're definitely stacking the first 300. I'm trying to stack as best as possible. Try to do it strategically as possible. But this is probably one of the most simplest ways that you can make money. Seriously. Yeah, Kim just said it. You'll be your own bank. You'll be your own bank. Anybody else have any questions? Make sure y'all are in the chat too. Let me see if join the chat right here. We all are in this chat right here on Facebook. Join this chat. I'm gonna make a Telegram. By the end of the night, I'll have a Telegram link. on the last call of the night, I'm gonna make sure everybody get that Telegram link. And what we're going to do is work closely with everybody. We have to work together. The best thing we can do is work together. Remember, 2 or 3 agree, or 2 or 3 agree is powerful. We can achieve anything. If we all work together, I work with Marjorie, I work with Richard, Sherry work with Stacy, Jazz work with Savannah, we all working together, then we can only win. We can only win. So I want to we got 30 minutes. I'm gonna let y'all go 30 minutes to the next call. I want you to invite your guests to the next call. Lock in your spot, right? And get your guests on the next call at the top of the hour, okay? So I will see you guys in 30 minutes, okay? Have a good day. Have a good invite. We'll be back. Yep, we'll be back.